It's Tuesday, February 17th, 2026, and the weather pattern has exploded in every direction. Right now, a dangerous storm is slamming California with life-threatening flooding, streets turned into rivers in Long Beach, a ground stop at LAX, and the Sierra Nevada bracing for 8 to 10 feet of snow this week. Snow levels are crashing to 2,500 feet tonight and could drop to 1,000 feet overnight. Donner Pass along I-80 is closing intermittently, but that's only part of the story. The GFS model is now showing a potential major snowstorm for the eastern seaboard this weekend, a 980 millibar low parked just south of New England by Sunday, delivering heavy snow from New Jersey through New York City, Long Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and into southern New Hampshire. The European model disagrees and pushes the system further south. We've got model disagreement, but the ingredients are there. Add in multiple Arctic blasts heading east over the next 2 weeks, severe weather threatening the Ohio Valley Thursday evening, and a winter storm targeting the upper Midwest this week. And you've got one of the most volatile forecast periods of the entire winter. Let me break it all down. By the way, if you'd like specific weather forecasts for your region or city, please leave them in the comments. I'll answer them individually as time allows. Also, if you like the video and subscribe to my channel, you'd be very grateful. Now let's move on. The NWS called this unusually hazardous, and they're right. The first storm flooded neighborhoods across Long Beach, San Bernardino, and greater Los Angeles yesterday. The second wave hits tonight into Wednesday with 2 to 4 inches of coastal rain and 4 to 8 inches in the mountains and foothills. Thunderstorms are likely across the LA Basin and coastal Southern California, with risks including strong winds, frequent lightning, and even isolated tornadoes from San Luis Obispo to San Diego counties. A slight risk for excessive rainfall is posted tonight, with a marginal risk continuing tomorrow. Mudslide risk is elevated. A winter storm warning is in effect above 2,000 feet through Thursday. Palisades, Tahoe, and Sugar Bowl are looking at 60-plus inches of fresh powder by Wednesday. A third, even stronger trough arrives this weekend. Before these storms hit, western snowpack was at just 56 to 59% of average. Salt Lake City hasn't seen an inch of snow in 330 days. Grand Junction, 442 days. Through the rest of February, some mountain ranges could see 20 feet of total accumulation. The Cascades, Sierra Nevada, and Rockies from Arizona and New Mexico north to British Columbia are all getting hammered. The Midwest winter storm and severe weather. Wednesday through Friday. A winter storm takes shape across the northern tier this week. Wednesday brings heavy snow to North Dakota, northern Minnesota, and far northern Wisconsin toward Duluth, with a wintry mix of sleet and freezing rain extending from Ontario down through western and upstate New York. Thursday, a stronger system with a 989 millibar low near the Iowa, Nebraska, Kansas, Missouri corner draws a sharp dry line and cold front combination. Temperatures ahead of the front reach the 60s. Once it passes Thursday evening, severe weather becomes possible from Chicago southward through Peoria, Springfield, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Evansville, Louisville, and Cincinnati, mainly damaging winds, hail, and isolated tornadoes. On the backside, heavy snow and blizzard-like conditions develop across northeast Nebraska, southeast South Dakota, northwest Iowa, and southern Minnesota. Friday, showers and thunderstorms extend through the Gulf states into the lower mid-Atlantic, with a wintry mix for the upper Midwest, Great Lakes, and northern mid-Atlantic. The weekend snowstorm, February 21st, 22. This is where it gets very interesting and the models go to war. The GFS shows low pressure building across the southern plains by Saturday, with snowfall developing in Oklahoma, Missouri, and Arkansas. That pocket of snow builds dramatically as the system tracks into the mid-Atlantic. Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, D.C., and Pennsylvania all see heavy snow by Sunday morning. Then the low intensifies to a 980 millibar monster just south of southern New England, delivering a southern New England special. Heavy snow from New Jersey through New York City, Long Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and into southern New Hampshire. This sticks around into Monday, with snow expanding into Vermont and coastal Maine. The European model tells a very different story. It slides the activity much further south, keeping the heaviest precipitation away from the northeast and resulting in a much less impressive snow event for the eastern seaboard. What they agree on is that Arctic air is pouring into the east by Sunday the 22nd through Tuesday the 24th. That cold air is critical. If it arrives in time and the storm tracks north enough, this could be a major event. If the system stays suppressed, the Northeast dodges it. We need a few more days to sort this out, but the GFS solution is worth watching closely. Multiple Arctic blasts. Late February. The models agree that the warm pattern east of the Rockies is about to get interrupted. Hard. The first blast of Arctic air arrives Sunday the 22nd and persists through Tuesday the 24th or even Wednesday the 25th. This is a significant temperature crash. Areas sitting in the 60s and 70s this week could be 40 degrees colder by early next week. A brief warm-up follows by Thursday and Friday before another cool-down arrives near the final weekend of February. The true Arctic air remains bottled up in Alaska and northern Canada, but cold fronts keep dropping south and east, and each one is a potential storm trigger. Meanwhile, the west stays cold and snowy with the trough locked in through the end of the month. Looking further ahead, both the European and GFS agree on a significant storm system developing in the final days of February into early March. The European times it around February 28th through March 2nd. The GFS brings it sooner and more amplified, showing a massive low over the upper Midwest that could produce blizzard conditions to the north and a violent severe weather outbreak to the south. The first few days of March look volatile with a strong southeast ridge trying to establish itself, but the models have been trying to show that ridge all winter, and it's never been able to lock in. Keep that in mind. City-by-city predictions. West Coast and Mountain West. Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, Sacramento, San Diego, Phoenix, Salt Lake City, Boise, Flagstaff, Denver, Albuquerque. LA and Long Beach are flooding right now. Heavier rain tonight through Wednesday. 2 to 4 inches coast, 4 to 8 inches mountains. Tornado risk across Southern California. San Francisco Bay Area faces coastal flood advisory through Tuesday from astronomical tides plus storm surge. Sacramento gets significant rainfall. Sierra gets 8 to 10 feet of snow this week with Donner Pass closing. Snow levels crash to 1,000 feet overnight. Salt Lake City and the Wasatch finally get heavy snow. Flagstaff, Four Corners, Utah, western Colorado, Wyoming, Montana, Idaho. Significant accumulation. Wind gusts topping 80 mph in higher passes. Denver picks up snow as energy crosses the Rockies. Through late February, 20 feet possible at highest peaks. The pattern delivers close to a month's worth of precipitation in a single week. Northeast. New York City, Boston, Philadelphia, D.C., Hartford, Providence, Portland, Buffalo. This weekend is the headline. The GFS shows a 900 mm blow south of New England by Sunday, delivering heavy snow from New Jersey through NYC, Long Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, and southern New Hampshire, potentially a major storm. The European model pushes it south and far less impressive. Either way, Arctic air arrives Sunday through Tuesday, bringing the coldest temperatures in weeks. Before that, some snow showers and wintry mix Wednesday through the weekend as clipper systems pass through. Upstate New York and northern New England could pile up a foot or more over the next 10 days. Buffalo stays relentless with lake effect. Philadelphia and D.C. are in the transition zone. The GFS gives them heavy snow from the weekend system. The European keeps them dry. The late February pattern stays volatile with another potential storm signal around the 27th or 28th for the Ohio Valley and interior Northeast, Southeast, Atlanta, Charlotte, Nashville, Raleigh, Birmingham, Jacksonville, New Orleans. Record warmth through Friday, 70s and 80s across the region. But the late February pattern brings increasing severe weather risk. Thursday's cold front could spark storms across the Gulf states. The weekend system brings rain and potential thunderstorms to the lower mid-Atlantic and southeast. The Deep South faces storm threats from late February into early March as cold fronts collide with record warmth. Dixie Alley, Alabama, Mississippi, Georgia, stays in the crosshairs. The GFS shows a massive cold front late February into early March that would almost surely produce widespread severe weather across the South. Midwest and Great Lakes, Chicago, Detroit, Minneapolis, Milwaukee, Cleveland, Indianapolis, Columbus, St. Louis, Cincinnati, Louisville. The winter storm this week is your headline. Heavy snow for Minneapolis, Duluth, and northern Wisconsin. Severe weather Thursday evening from Chicago through Springfield to St. Louis, Indianapolis, Louisville, and Cincinnati. Blizzard conditions across northeast Nebraska through southern Minnesota. The weekend system brings more snow and wintry mix to the Great Lakes and northern Ohio Valley. Arctic air crashes in Sunday through Tuesday. The GFS shows a potential blizzard across the northern plains and upper Midwest later in the month. Record warmth this week, 60s and 70s, gets replaced by temperatures 40 degrees colder. Michigan stays well above normal for February snowfall. Plains and South Central. Dallas, Houston, Kansas City, Oklahoma City, Omaha, Denver, San Antonio, Little Rock. Record warmth continues, 80s across Texas, 70s through the plains. But critical fire weather conditions with gusty winds and low humidity threaten the central and southern plains through Wednesday. The weekend system could bring snow to Oklahoma, Missouri, and Arkansas if the GFS verifies. Freezes return as Arctic air pushes through. Late February brings another strong storm signal. Both models agree on a significant system by the final days of February into early March, bringing heavy rain, severe weather, and potential snow depending on your latitude. The pattern through early March stays volatile. Warm, cold, big swings every few days. The West keeps getting buried. The East keeps getting whiplashed between record heat and Arctic blasts. And every time those air masses collide, storms form. This winter is going out with a fight. Thanks for watching.